So, hello guys. As you may know, my channel name is derived from two franchises. One of them being Zelda, because Ganon, the Ganon part of Ganondorf is named after Ganondorf, the main villain of the Zelda series. And in particular, for my channel icon, I chose the Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker Ganondorf because it's actually my first Zelda game, and I have to say my favorite. So I'm gonna start a playthrough. We'll see how this goes. And it's going to be all my content's informal, but it's going to be maybe a little bit more on and off because I've played through the game, I want to say 3 times. New game. I'm actually playing with the Wii U Pro controller. I just thought it might be a little simpler. Oh! I'm super used to the PS3's text input with the controller, so I'm a little bit off here. Wow, this is really terrible. I hope there's not too much. No, I don't remember too much of this. Anyway, sorry if you saw a bit of a blank spot, that would be, and it probably even explained, that would be because my name showed up, because that was back in the day when I didn't have a channel, and I didn't put names on games that weren't, going to reveal my real name, so sorry, but I'm still not doing that. Oh, I'm doing normal mode. I guess I'm doing normal mode. Oh, this opening cutscene brings back memories. Long ago, there existed a kingdom where a golden power lay hidden. Now, I had already done enough research to figure out when, that this was the Triforce. I already knew what the Triforce was. And I say done research, I should probably say other people told me, like my friends, just because they were way into Zelda before I was even into video games. As I said, this was my first Zelda, the HD version of Wind Waker. And this, I knew enough, I think, well, 1, to know that's the Zelda theme, and 2, to know that these events were the events in Ocarina of Time. Now, I didn't know all this stuff about the timeline like I do now. Didn't have Hyrule Historia back then. I do now. It's really cool. But I don't really look at it that much because it's got that whole section on Skyward Sword, and I've played Skyward Sword a bit, never gotten it, but played Skyward Sword a bit, and it's always been my feeling that not only is it linear, which I mean can be a problem, but I mean you look at Wind Waker and it's got this humongous map, but you go from dungeon to dungeon, and those dungeons are all linearly set up. I mean, there's a moment, spoiler alert, there are 2 dungeons typically, like just sort of a typical setup, 2 dungeons that are of 2 different elements, and it seems like you can choose either one at any time to start with, but actually there's this weirdly unclear trigger that you have to, so you have to do one of the dungeons before the other, because something won't happen, that you need to happen before the dungeon. Sorry I'm talking over this cutscene, I just want to make sure this is actually commentary, not just the cutscene. Though it is a gorgeous cutscene, you can go to other things to look at that. But in fact, I think it was in the trailer. Anyway, so this is linear. It's even linear when it acts like it's not linear. So I don't find the linearity annoying. I find the fact that it doesn't pretend to be non-linear. You literally unlock the areas. And I think that's true, like, throughout the game. Wind Waker has a little bit of that, but not too much. And not just that, but the fact that it's all difficulty based. Everything's super hard. Want to swing your sword? Well, I mean, you can swing your sword, you can attack enemies, and enemies are pretty easy to defeat, like in every Zelda game. Most enemies, that is. But bosses are weird and tricky, and they're kind of intentionally super hard. And I get that. I get why for veterans of the series, but it just doesn't feel too much like Zelda when everything's so hard. And because there is more skill involved to swing the Wii Remote, to swing the sword. Oh, yes. But anyway, because of that, side note, ending, it does make it slightly harder, so a simple task in every other Zelda game is just hard for some reason, and that makes everything a little bit trickier. Also, the puzzles dousing, I don't like it, because either it's going to be really easy, or it's not. And when it's not, that makes me really feel stupid, because it's just pointing at something and trying to figure out the strongest signal and then going there. Yeah, I wish I could do a little bit more exploration. So I guess I do have problems with linearity, but not in the way that a lot of people have, because I think it's fine to craft a story. Anyway, gorgeous cuteness. I knew you'd be up here. Whoa, what's that logo? Basically means press A. I love how he just froze. Oh, okay. You turned around. This is my favorite spot to gaze out at the sea. When I play with the goggles, I call it Errol's Lookout. Her name is Errol, in case you couldn't guess. This moment. I hope that camera's all okay. It's a very pretty game if you're actually looking at it. Yeah, it's a little bit... I don't want to do that. How about that? How about that? Big brother, it's your birthday! Yay, it's Ganondorf's birthday, not really. I'm not revealing when my birthday is. But it's not now! Okay, you stalkers collect your data points. I just gave you one. It is not... I don't even know what day it is. February 2nd? February 2nd. Sorry, actually, this video will definitely not be going up on February 2nd. So, I just gave you kind of 2 data points. Wait, did I? Well, I'm giving you 2 data points, okay? It's also not whenever this video goes up. Unless when this video goes up for my birthday, because I can't predict the future. Whatever, let's get the rupees. But it probably won't be. Oh. So, something that I always like about Zelda games, and this game in particular, and I think that it's a very small thing. People don't really care about it, and I get why they don't care about it, because it's not really the game, part of the game. I like the side quests. I like how they're sort of well hidden. Here he is. A wild pig. See the black one over there. My wife was just telling me how she really wanted a pet. Yeah. The pigs are too alert. Yeah, I find that's just kind of interesting. Oh, hey, pot lady. Hey, snot kid, you wanna move a bit? Oh, I think my house is a little bit windy. Anyway, slowly. You could also distract it with bait, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna sneak up, because that's what pros do. Not really. It's also not hard. Not that hard. Thanks! Thanks a lot! That's correct, you're smarter. Okay, yeah. But what I really like about Zelda games, and this one in particular, one, animations. I mean, just look at these animations. I mean, they transition well, and the shadows also, I mean, this is very simple. I don't know if I'm bringing up anything special at all. I guess I just love the aesthetic, but going along with animations, which I think are a much more important part of games than straight up graphics or anything. Though I love those in this game too. The movement, which I know that sounds like animations, but I think Zelda games and a lot of action adventure titles, and games. Okay, I don't really like your movement. You're a bit interesting in the way. Let's just talk. Okay. Yes, I did. And I'm not gonna bother to bring any more because I don't really care. But I know that there's going to be a thing that happens with that pig later on in the game. Wouldn't mind even more of them. Yeah, I know that's late reading it, but I don't know. I just I haven't memorized most of the text, but I do know some of it. Oh, and there's a thing over here. I think I actually saw this secret in a Let's Play. So, here you have it from me to you, and also from someone else. Oh, sorry about that. That's a bit of a low thing. But yeah, they're sort of movement simulators. They make it fun to move in a world, but like, you don't just walk around and stuff. You also crouch, so I don't know. I find it really fun when, not when puzzles use movement, but when you get to move interestingly, like crouch around and, do other things, because, I don't know, it doesn't really add much to the gameplay. I guess it's just personal preference, because I like the feel of those actions, and I feel, get that, get it, but I really like the feel of movement in video games, because I feel like, there I go again, that's something that other mediums can't do, but also something that video games don't get complimented enough on. It's all about, like, the flow, or the challenge, or whatever. Hi, Grandma. But it's also important that you can just sort of touch the world in a more real way, almost like virtual reality, though I'm not a big fan of virtual reality. It seems too separate from the real world right now, but it is cool. I mean, I have a Google Cardboard. It's really cool. It's a thing you put around your phone, and there's an app that, hey, hang on, I think that's a picture of me at this current age in the background. I never noticed that. Is that normal? Is it normal that you have pictures of you, like, from the just previous day? Or, oh, right, Link never ages. Okay. Not never ages, but, you know, during the course of the game, which might be quite a while, he never seems to grow, so I'm gonna say he never ages. Okay. You can pause and look at the text, but it's more likely that you can actually, you know, look at other, playthroughs for all that. Oh, okay. Yeah, but just the feeling of letting go, the feeling of jumping even though that's completely automatically done, sorry, it's really just smooth, and the fact that there's another game, actually, this might be spoilers for another game, not as in spoilers, but as in spoilers for my review. The game is Eco, and I'm planning on doing a game bite, so never mind, I'll save that commentary. But, you can speculate if anyone cares. Okay, put it away, anything. You can't go crawling around with stuff in your hands. Yeah, well, I should mention that all this stuff has limitations, especially the movement simulator, because, you know, jumping is automatically done, but, yeah, I'll talk about that later, because it applies more to another game that I actually will review. More about how I like what movement lets you do in video games more than just puzzles. Well, I mean, I guess it will let you do puzzles too, because that's part of the game, but never mind. Never mind. Let's just continue on. Oh, why am I going there? Okay, I'm getting distracted. What's the Watchtower, Forest of Fairies. Okay, the Watchtower. Yeah, so I'm using the Pro Controller because mainly because I have to use the gamepad for recording, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, which I don't really like because I never touched the touchscreen, and especially lately, I'm a bit of a nitpicker because I've been playing games on the PS3, and that certainly doesn't require a big, bulky tablet in your hands. Oh, right. I need to go to Orca because I need to get a sword. No. I need to go to Errol so I can trigger getting the sword. And Grandma told me to do that. You know, you should listen to this dialogue. If you ever get this game, listen to the dialogue. If you ever get any game, listen to the dialogue. Because it's kind of important, especially in the very beginning. And in the very beginning, if you have to listen to the dialogue and there's a lot of dialogue later on, listen to the dialogue later on, because it'll probably also be important then. Because the beginning is supposed to be teaching you, and that is Ganon DOS with life lessons about video games. I guess those are video game lessons. Never mind. I mischaracterized my entire thing. Sorry. You look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. Well, it is kind of hot around here. Can you close your eyes and hold out your hand just for a second? My most treasured belonging. I like how she's sort of like, and this is cleverly written. She's sort of like, wait, I saw the whites of his eyes, and I didn't fire, but I sure did see them. I don't think he closed his eyes. Maybe he did. I don't know. Using the gamepad. Don't have the gamepad right now. Okay. Aren't you lucky? See, she's like, you're so lucky because you get my favorite possession. And she's sort of bragging about giving that to me. I don't know, I like that little bits of characterization like that. Okay. Oh, right. Little bits of characterization like that because they're much more... Oh. L to zoom in. I'm used to it being R. Okay. Are you looking at the red post box? Yes. Yes, I am. I see the bird. Yes. What's wrong with you? I know this is the trigger to the cutscene because I have... Okay. Apparently it wasn't the trigger to the cutscene. Apparently you gotta do that. Whatever that was. I don't know. Move the thing. The sky. Look at the sky. Okay. Okay. Okay, Errol. Now this one... Hey. Okay. How about we try to do this a bit... No. 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 This is... That has... Oh. Thanks for popping in there, bird. That wasn't awkward. That's never happened to me before. It's never been so difficult to trigger. I mean... Wasn't really difficult. Sorry about the lighting. I'm just... For a game this cartoony, it's really hard to fit with all of the different lightings of all the different areas. I shouldn't say cartoony because, I mean, I guess other games could be... Other non-cartoony games could be that way too. Tetra falling. I really like the music too. It's just the right sort of thing for everything that happens. But it's too dangerous to go in there without something you can use to defend yourself with. Thank you for overcomplicating that statement from the original Zelda 1 and putting a preposition at the end of it without an object right there. Thanks, Errol, for the fan service slash, well, I guess it's mainly fan service there, but there's also a bit of problems with Grant. Oh, not as big a problem as him. I don't get why he's supposed to be okay. Maybe that's just Japanese. So I've gotten out of the way all the things that I like about this game. Now it's time to start criticizing it. Never mind. Let's just get the sword from over here. And no, I don't care about you, smart guy. See, movement simulator. That wasn't even a specific button combination. Now I can't make it happen. Hang on. Yeah, see? You just do it quick enough, then it does that thing. That thing being the little dusty cloud there. Ah, hello, other old man. You were totally not at all like the old man from Zelda 1, except you actually aren't like the old man from Zelda 1, because he's just a couple pixels and didn't really look like you. Yes, sir, I have. Okay. Okay, actually, I think I'm just gonna do this. Then I'll be done, because I've got other things that I need to do. Let me... Oh, why am I... Yeah, okay, so they teach you the horizontal slice, and I know I said, like... And I know I said that you should probably keep on listening to dialogue and listen to dialogue especially, but they tell you to do the horizontal slice and then the vertical slice, and spoiler alert, never later on does the difference matter. There's not even an enemy type where you have to remember this. I mean, this is actually a little bit, oh, great. This is actually a little bit more useful because you do step forward while you do that. And spin attack is, of course, very useful. I mean, it is in every game. In every Zelda game. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Okay, I'm trying to do the super high-tech, next is harder, the parry attack, which is basically a quick time event. So that's not hard, actually. Basically, you're saying next is much easier and not even playing the game. I don't know. I like it. Actually, the parry attack is a great addition. But I'm just saying, you said harder and it's not. It's just cooler. You gonna attack me? You're not? Am I supposed to do something? Oh, jump attack. I think this does actually slightly more damage than the others, so I guess it's useful, but... Whoa. Read that thing. Beyond the mere desire to be wielded on the fields of batter, all that, you know, bread batter and cake batter wants to be wielded on the fields of that. There's a little paddle in the thingy that makes it and spins it around, and I don't know where I'm going with this. I give it freely. Take the blade with you because I am trustworthy. I think he's 12. Go give his sword to him. Blade is infused with blah. Be strong, Gandas. Okay. I shall be strong in the next video in this series. Probably also in the next video in any other series that I decide to make. So, oh, well, he's a bit done with being strong. He's just sort of relaxing and stretching, and I feel the same way. He doesn't like the challenges of life. But I gotta get back to the challenges of life. So bye. This has been Ganondorf. And I hope to see you in whatever the heck the next video is, but I'm sure there will also be a part 2 to this series, so bye.